everybody. I'm Garrett.
And I'm Carolyn.
We're Diary of a Family, and welcome to another live stream. This one we finally are able to get a little more structured live stream going.
Yes.
Our life has been super, super duper crazy. Quick question for anybody who is in RVs. What do you do when your trim comes off and the inside? We're talking about decorative trim. We're not talking about outside or anything like that. What do you guys do when your trim falls off? Because
We've been living in the trailer for a little over a week now,
Yep.
and we have multiple pieces of trim that are like pulling away. I knew my kids were rough on things, but I didn't realize they were like that rough on things.
we thought it would be put together a little bit better than that. I mean, whether we use glue or something else, I don't know. But anyways, so what were you up to today?
Well, today we definitely went to Camping World. Whoop, whoop. I had coffee with a longtime friend, so that was
That's
fantastic. And then we checked out Camping World, and oh my goodness.
There's a lot of stuff there.
Wow. So we got a few things for the RV. One
Yeah.
thing I was really sad about, I needed a basket that would suction cup to the wall of the shower, and I found one. It's perfect. I brought it home.
We don't have smooth wall showers.
No, it's all like lumpy. It's not porous, but it's not smooth. And so it won't stick. It'll stick to the mirror, so I know it works.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
But it won't stick to the inside of the shower, so we'll have to take it back, and I think we'll end up building some sort of little shelf above the shower.
Yeah.
Just to put things up there.
We'll find a way to hang it. We'll figure something out.
Yeah. So then the baby needed a nap, and Garrett decided to stay at home, and he worked on this live stream.
Yep.
And put the baby down for his nap, and I took the kids to the pool. Well, I didn't check online whether the pool was open or not because we didn't have internet at that point. And there was a swim meet going on, so we opted for the lake. And luckily, the storm had passed because the lifeguards had ended up pulling everyone out of the water because of lightning. But by the time we got there, the rain had cleared. We were basically the only ones in the lake. It was so much fun. I don't think the kids have really swam in a lake. I think we've always just taken them to the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There might be once or twice, but it is very rare. Normally it's a pool.
Which is funny because I learned to swim in lakes, and we rarely went to pools.
Yeah.
And now it's completely opposite. I feel much more comfortable in a pool because later on as an adult, I worked at an aquatic facility as a lifeguard, as a swim instructor, and I just got acclimated to swimming in pools. Yeah. And I'd rather swim in pools than in lakes.
Yeah, and I learned how to swim in a pool, but I did a lot of camping growing up, and so I spent probably more time in a lake swimming environment than in pools.
Anyway, after that birthday party, now let's get into the meat, the juiciness. We're going to give you some updates. Tell us about those updates. So we have
had a super busy week.
Oh my goodness.
And let's just say at a few points our stress level and our sleep level stress level was at a probably 13 out of 10, and our sleep level was like probably getting 4 to 5 hours, if that.
And I'm one, I do not function well if I don't get 7 or 8, and this is like day after day, week after week that we were lacking sleep, and I am not a nice person, I found.
No, not at all.
I am not a nice person under those circumstances.
And sadly, one of our sons was just like, I had a bad day.
And it was all because I was yelling at him so much.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a yeller.
We don't mean to. And it's not something that is intentional, but you know it was stress. And yeah.
I sat down with him afterwards and apologized. I do try my best to, if I realize I was out of line, to tell the kids, I'm sorry, I was out of line and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But switching to this lifestyle, once we're through this craziness, I feel like it's going to get better on me. So my anxiety won't go high, my stress level won't be high. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's gone through transition difficulties, and it's not easy.
If you want to leave a comment below on the story you had during your transition period into RV living, feel free to do so. We don't want to like have you do something uncomfortable, but if you have a story you're willing to share, leave it in the comments.
I may do a live stream just myself, or just a video where I sit down and talk about, because I've talked about my struggles with anxiety, and
Yep.
and sort of the reason why we're doing this is to relieve some of those stressors, some of those triggers that cause my anxiety to just skyrocket.
Yeah.
But I definitely, when I'm not sleeping enough or eating enough and I'm stressed to try to like hit deadlines, it gets to the point where I can't manage anymore. I haven't learned to control the anxiety, keep it under control. So
Yeah, and it's sometimes hard to try and tell someone who's that high how to just calm down, because it sometimes at that point it just makes it more
I think
worse.
he needs to try. I think
should
he needs
try.
to try. He doesn't tell me to calm down. Usually I just need somebody to say, "Look, stop for a moment, deep breathe." That's all I need. I just need somebody to like refocus me. Stop, deep breathe.
Yeah.
But
So
no, we haven't let it destroy our marriage. We'll get through this. We will.
So what? Last week, we kind of did something new, which is we moved into our RV, and we have a short clip of that, and also we wanted to show you we finished a remodel of our house, and we wanted to show you the remodel room. You've been seeing other videos, clips of the progress and the process we've gone through to remodel that room, and we wanted to show you the finished product. And then also we'll tell you something else about what's going on after the video. So
yes.
Go ahead and enjoy the video. Today is the day and we start moving into our trailer. So I have, it's all the kids stuff, all the bed stuff, all the baby monitors and all that. So I'm going to get that put in. We're going to start moving the kids over and then we'll move over later this evening. Let's go ahead and see how I'm going to get this stuff all hooked up. Alright, so you might ask, why a tent for Eddie? Well, he's too big for a pack and play. He's too big for a crib. He won't sleep on a bed by himself. So this is kind of like the happy medium. Are you ready for your first night in our trailer?
Is that a light?
Is that light?
You have your own light.
Ooh. Tell me what you think about the first night in the trailer.
I think it's going to be fun.
Fun? Yeah, cool. What do you think about being in our trailer for the first night?
It feels cool.
Cool? You
Yeah.
happy to be in a bunk bed again?
Yes, I haven't been in a bunk bed in like a long time, like months.
Yep.
Months. That's right.
Alright, so it is about 10 o'clock and we are, where are we at?
We're in our trailer, finally.
As you can tell, hair says it all.
It's been a long day.
Yep. think? That is what has happened in the last week or so since our last live video.
Oh my goodness, carpet in. We made sure that shower worked. Everything was installed
We put that
properly.
closet in.
Toilet installed. The closet we put in.
There's so much we learned
so much
during this remodel. And I mean, we set what was the goal that we initially set for wanting to have our house on the market?
By August 1st.
Yeah, August 1st was when we wanted to have the remodel done and have everything done. And we
only missed it by a week.
We only missed it by a week. We put our house on the market on Thursday, which is 2 days ago.
The 8th?
The 9th. We had to have the pictures or the house done by the 8th so that the realtor could come in with the photographer and get pictures done.
And actually it wasn't done because we didn't get the closet installed until after those photos were taken, and he had to take photos and send them to the photographer to have him fix it and then have them posted.
Yep.
Post the house going live. So
yeah, so we got that done and we got everything done. I mean, I was scrambling that the day before, like just trying to get things done. On the day that we got the house on the market, we had it was crazy.
So I hadn't heard anything from him. I was at work.
Yeah.
And I texted him midway through the day, and I said, "How's it going?" Because I was like expecting updates and stuff, and he's like, "It's crazy," and I'm like, "What? What's going on?"
Yeah. So the sign went. Let's just say the sign went in about 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We had 4 people come and check the house out. 4 people come and check the house out with their realtors before the for sale sign was even up. The first person that came in said, "We're putting a bid on the house. We want to buy it."
They didn't put it in right then. They wanted to wait until the weekend because
I said,
we already had
go ahead and go talk to your realtor and, work with them.
We had a planned open house, and that was this morning.
Yes.
And so the first people that walked through,
they woke up on Redfin and were like, "Oh my gosh, what is this?"
But they waited to put their bid in until after.
Yeah, they wanted to see what everybody else did. So not to get ahead of ourselves too much, but the sign went in. There were people coming all day. At that Thursday, we had 7 families total come in and look at the house. On Friday, we had, I think, about 8 families come and check the house. By Friday, 3 people had put in offers on the house. 3. So technically, we're up to about 4 bids on the house by Friday. We haven't even had the open house. Then Saturday, which is today, came, and 1 or 2 people came before the open house even started.
Yeah.
The realtor told us that 55 people or families came through. 55 came through during the open house, and they did the open house an hour longer than they normally do their open house.
They did 3 hours.
So they did a 3 hour, and he was like, "I've never seen it this crazy before. This is insane."
We have like this big mound of real estate cards.
The card in real estate cards it's probably about 1.5 to 2 inches thick. Just this mound of business cards. I'll put a picture on Instagram. If you haven't followed us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram. Take a look at some of the pictures. Yes. It's
okay, so this was our first house that we ever bought, and so we've never sold a house before, but our understanding is this is not the norm at all.
No, not at all.
Where you could sit on the market for like weeks and months without anybody seeing the house.
Yep.
Or ever having an offer, or even years. We've heard of that before. And this is just like, and on Redfin it says hot house. It's so
hot
funny.
Home. It is
hot home.
it is expected to sell faster than 98% of the houses
in our area
on the market right now.
And I think, I mean, it's all attributed to, so our realtor says, it's all attributed to the work that we've done on the house.
Yes.
The months and months that we have taken to make it better, not only just aesthetically pleasing, but also structurally.
Yep.
We've done our due diligence, definitely. We've always been one, when we purchased the house, we kind of made sort of a pledge that said we were going to use our house, our property, to bless others.
Yep.
And we've done our absolute best, I think, to do that, where we were inviting couples over on a regular basis to enjoy the backyard in the summertime, game night in the wintertime.
Yeah.
We had individuals living with us at times for very low rent because they wouldn't have been able to afford it otherwise.
With mixed results, but that was a learning experience.
Mixed results, definitely. We, at one point, like very early on in ownership, we found out that a family in our church had told their landlords, so they lived in an apartment, had told their landlords we're looking for a house, and had put an offer on one, but it didn't pan through. It didn't come to anything.
Yep.
Unbeknownst to them, their landlord basically decided that they were going to be out by the end of the month or something, and
was
had
even
somebody
sooner
lined
than
up.
that. It was like a week or two.
They had a week or two to get out, and their family of 4, and they had no place to go, and so we opened up our spare room.
Our spare room. That room is now remodeled.
That area
as the
that we
master.
remodeled, we opened that up to them, so they had a large living area and the half bath.
And that
we
was
shared the
to
kitchen.
them. That was theirs.
It was not the ideal location for a family of 4, but they stayed for 2 months until they were able to find a house and purchase a house.
Yeah.
And we didn't know them. It wasn't like they were somebody that we knew from church. We were told there's a family in the church needs a house by next week, needs a place to stay by next week. And we met with them and we said,
yep,
come live with us for as long as you need to.
Yep. So it has definitely been a blessing to others, and with the work we've done, we want to be able to bless others. So, I mean, one of the things that we went into this process was where we knew we were already going to make a decent amount of money from the sale of the house. And so we had some basic financial needs that we wanted met, and where we were hitting our target to hit would have met that already. And so anything else that we made is kind of icing on the cake.
Yeah.
However, in our area, we live in the Seattle area, there are investors that like to come and buy up property out in the more rural areas. And a lot of them, they either turn it into rental homes, or they flip it, and then they'll sell it for $50,000 to $100,000 more than what they paid for it.
Which
make it quick.
It very difficult. They're coming in with cash offers, and it's making it very difficult in our
for
area
families.
for startup families who don't have a lot of cash to their name, to purchase their first home or their second home or whatever, because they're being outbid by these investors.
And we had people we knew that they'd put in bids on 3 or more houses, and all at the last minute got outbid by an investor paying cash for like $50,000 more than what they could offer.
And that's
just not right.
It's not right. And so, yes, we have needs for our family, but in the end, our hope, our goal is to not sell it to someone who's just there to earn a buck.
Yeah.
To actually sell the house to a family who's going to enjoy it and grow,
be able to get use
have
out
memories.
Yeah.
I see so much potential in the house, and I guess it's kind of like, we had 6 great years of building our family in this house, and we want to pass that on to another family.
Yeah. So for us, we're not going to look just at monetary
financial gain.
Oh, this makes the most sense financially because of this, and this. No, we want to actually find the right family, and we'll actually be meeting with our realtor tomorrow evening, and we are going to go over all the offers with him, and he's going to give us pros and cons. We're going to talk about it. And then we will make our decision on who we want to sell the house to. So.
That fast. I mean, I'm
Yep.
not counting my chickens before they hatch, but I mean, we put the house on the market Thursday. Friday. This is today.
Oh, do we want to tell them how many current bids we have?
How many current bids do we have? Because I don't know.
6.
Ah.
You have 6 current offers with another couple possible bids
By
tonight
tomorrow.
and tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that's why we're meeting tomorrow evening to go over all the bids, offers over the weekend, and see if we find one that works for us.
Yeah.
So
I am just like so, and we had you had a friend also see the house, and so somebody that you know is very interested, and I'm hoping to see if they have put in an offer.
Yeah.
Because that would be absolutely fantastic if we knew who we were actually selling it to.
Yeah. You know, we don't want to know everybody's story. We don't want to know all their hardships or anything else like that. But sometimes if you have that connection, sometimes it's a little easier to kind of work with them.
Yeah.
And I think that we will, I don't know if we'll announce on our channel who got the house, who we sold it to. Probably not, but
we will definitely in the description give you the link to the house.
It's in the description right now, so if you want to click on the description, you can actually see the house,
see the listing,
yeah.
See how it is a fantastic house on like in the pictures. I think the photographer did a phenomenal job. It does kind of seem like the pictures definitely seem to make like the living room a lot bigger than it really is. But the trick of the camera using different lenses and things.
He has a wide angle lens, and he was in like corners of the room.
Yeah.
So
definitely
he
knows how to shoot a room. Whereas when we purchased this house, it was just like random little shot. Boop.
I think someone did it with their flip phone
Boop.
camera.
Boop.
It was pretty bad.
It was like, oh, I think that's a room, and look, there's a rocking chair just like standing in the random corner. So,
but I mean, also a huge shout out to our realtor, who he knows how to sell houses. I mean, he's not just like, oh yeah, well, let's try it on the market. Let's try here. And he gave strategic advice on this and that, and this is how you do this. This is how you do that. If we price it here, this is how it'll go. If we price it here, it could go this way. It could go that way.
I mean, as simple little things like, okay, I need all these screens off the front windows because it will make the inside of the house or the windows look dark and dingy. Take them off. I would have been like, what? Okay. I need you to get air fresheners, vanilla air fresheners, put them throughout the house. I need you to do this. I need you to, the back, we were going to just leave this area in the back behind the garage that was just rubble and weeds. We're just going to leave it. He's like, no, I need you to weed whack it down, and I need beauty bark over the top. And I'm like, okay, isn't that like hiding the fact that it's just a rubble pile?
Weeds are already popping up.
Yeah, we have dandelions like sticking up. Those dandelions, they won't die. They just won't die.
And everyone that is asked about that area, I'm like, well, it used to be a concrete pad that we had to
demolish.
We broke down, we demolished, and we've been working on trying to get it. Never did.
Yeah, my whole wish was that we would get all the rubble out and smooth the area and lay down a barrier so that nothing could grow, and then it would be like this pea gravel area. We'd set up a canopy and a table and chairs, and then I would I would line the fence line in the back of the garage with kind of raised bed things and have like little trees and herbs, and it would be like my kitchen garden. So
it's still very possible. Whoever is the next owner, if they really wanted to, that could be a project that they could work on.
It could be. So yeah, that concrete pad was like part of the garage concrete pad, and unfortunately, it was still sloped towards the garage, so the water would pool and then just kind of gradually go underneath the wall.
They had tried to build it, but I think with easement issues, they had to abandon that part, so they just left it.
They were going to make it a much bigger garage, and they had to shorten it.
Yeah.
So we had this concrete pad, and like a year or two after we moved in, we chopped it all up because we needed to protect that garage wall.
Yeah.
It was causing issues.
So anyways, we will give you guys an update next weekend on what happens. I know the process of selling these houses, a lot of times it's about a month or so.
But I mean, we should know pretty quick if we sold the house. So stay tuned on Instagram. Maybe check out Facebook. Maybe we'll like
put hints
actually
out there.
post it. Definitely on my ENTV. So if
Yeah.
you want to know how to get signed up for my ENTV, we'll put the link in the description here. Go ahead and click on that, and it's our special link. And so if you sign up to my ENTV through our link, we get kudos on the site.
We don't get any monetary.
No monetary. It's
Yeah.
just you get certain levels, and I think we're working on our bronze level or something like that.
I'm still considered a newbie, even though I was the one that joined first. That's ridiculous, but I've never gotten anybody to join from my profile. But
I've gotten one person to join from mine.
Yeah, 2 people to get. Yeah.
Anyway, so obviously look for us under our name, Diary of a Family, both on my ENTV, on Instagram, on Facebook.
Yeah. Make sure to subscribe to our channel.
Yeah.
Hit that notification bell to get notified when we go live, when we have a new video uploaded.
And before we go, I want to give a shout out to Z Semedo. He was one of 7 subscribers this week.
So we are at how many subscribers?
We are at 126. So thank you, everyone. Continue watching. I mean, definitely, we are in it.
Yep.
We've made newbie mistakes already. We still have to do a few things.
We dumped our gray water today.
We did dump our gray water.
And we bought a 35-gallon tote for our black water.
For the black water, because we are boondocking it right now off our driveway.
And these tanks fill up a lot faster than we thought.
3 kids. Yeah. With 5 of us. So
probably tomorrow we'll probably do our first black water dump into that thing.
And haul it away.
So
that'll be first. We've never ever dumped black tanks before, so it should be interesting.
We hooked up the connections and it worked out just fine. Anyways, we are rambling again and we're getting super late.
We're tired. We're so tired.
If you are still with us now, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in another video.
Bye, guys.
Bye.